Welcome to F1 PC, and today we are going to be building the best gaming PC that you can build today, pre RTX 4000 launch and pre AM5 and Raptor Lake launch. So it kind of goes against everything that people are saying: don't build, don't build, don't buy, don't buy. But let's just take a look at what you should choose if you were to buy or build today. So first things first, we need to decide, do we go AMD, do we go Intel? So today we're going to go AMD. For gaming, the only choice you have is this. If you want the best of the best, this is the best of the best. So we're going to add this one. The Ryzen 7 5800X3D. It is currently the best CPU for gaming, full stop. So that's that out of the way. So for the motherboard, because it's going to be top of the range, what we basically want to do is go for something that'll support that CPU in terms of motherboard. So I'm thinking of the Godlike from ROG, from Asus. Is it Asus, the Godlike? Can't even remember. So it's definitely not going to be one of the cheapest. So okay, so we got the Asus ROG Crosshair 8 formula. Do they have a Godlike on the X570? There's the Aorus Master. That's a pretty good one. So let's just look at the reviews. So ROG Crosshair Dark Hero. Ooh, that could be quite nice. So I think this is the one I'm going to go for. So let's add that. So what does it come with? How do we see what it comes with? So, oh, it's out of stock over there, but that's fine. Like, this build, money's no object. We're sort of just looking at ultimate performance. £458 for this motherboard. Wow. So what has it got? It's got obviously DDR4, 8 SATA 6, 2 USB 2, 1 USB 3.2 Gen 2, 1 USB 3.2 Gen 1, 2 by M.2. This is very basic specs in terms of detail from the website. But okay, so we're going to go for this one. Let's add that. I want to add a water cooler while we're talking about motherboards and CPUs, because that CPU is powerful, to say the least. So let's make it, because of the motherboard, let's make it a black or aesthetic. Let's first put it on AM4, because that's all right. I like this. I like this a lot. The Corsair series, or the ISU RGB. And it's got the LCD as well, so that is really, really nice. So 360 millimeter, I believe. Is it? Does it say? Where will it say? Quite a low noise level, 31 dB. 420 millimeter. All right, so this is in a max out. We're gonna have to get a really big case for that. So let's choose the case now before we forget that we need a really big one. Let's go for Corsair again. We've got the compatibility filter on, but don't always, when using this website, just double check compatibility on your own. So this looks pretty good. So the this will kind of match the this will match the water cooling block that we just chose, the AIO. In terms of RGB, ooh, that is so nice. Okay, so let's add that. That is a big boy case. So memory, we need DDR4. We need fast DDR4. Because it's Corsair, I'm gonna kind of stick with Corsair actually, because we've got the Corsair case, the Corsair water cooling. So let's stick with Corsair. Let's make it 4 by 16 gig or 2 by, or 4 by 32. So we can talk about having the best of the best, or what's the best computer you can build now. But there are some sort of definitions that you got to put onto that. So do you wanna build like a four graphics card, or a 2 or 4 graphics card SLI system? Do you want to do a Threadripper, which is not technically for consumers, gamers really? It will do very well in games, but it's not really made for that. And then in terms of the RAM, like, so I was thinking about this now, like 4 by 32 gigs, that's 128 gigabytes of RAM. You're not going to need that for gaming. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put in two 16 gigs. Yeah, I think that's a solid option. So let's do that. Let's go CAS latency as low as possible. Let's put RGB on because we've got an RGB system. Heat spreader, yes. Oh, they don't have an RGB filter on the site. Oh yeah, that's fine. Where's the speed? There we go. Oh, there's nothing at that speed. There you go. Vengeance RGB. Is that it? I don't know this kit, so I'm gonna just filter this down a bit. Dominator, that I know. It's got the best CAS latency as well. Let's use this DDR4 4000. That's decent. Okay, quickly in terms of storage, this is making the video quite long. I'm gonna go for Samsung. I'm gonna go for 5 stars. It'll be an SSD. It'll be an M.2. It will be an NVMe. So we have the 960 Pro, yeah, so that's what I need. There's the one with the heatsink. But let's go for 2 terabyte capacity, so just filter over 1. So there you go. 980, 980, 960, 970. So let's go for one of these. So 2 terabyte 980 Pro with a heatsink. Oh, we don't need the heatsink because the motherboard has heatsinks built in, yeah? So this will be useless. Let's go for the other one then. So this one, 980 Pro non-heatsink. So that'll go underneath the motherboard shroud. Let's add one of those. Sorry, I'm going blank here. So power supply, we need a nice beefy part. Oh, actually, I need to put the motherboard in, the video card in first, the GPU, because that'll determine what size power supply we need. So I'm going to go for the 3090 Ti. Obviously, it's the best GPU at the moment, but it's going to be replaced very soon. So what do you want to do? You want to go filter. EVGA is currently, well, they've been making graphics cards for a while, and they've made the 3090 Ti and a lot of all the other 3000 series, but they've just announced that they are no longer going to be making graphics cards. So that's quite sad, but anyway, we digress. So what do we want? Where's the Aorus or the Zotac? I like Zotac. So let's go Zotac. That's boring. Where's that RGB? Okay, no. So let's look if there's an RGB filter. RGB filter anywhere. There isn't. Alright, that's fine. Let's do that. Put that on 5 stars. What does that give us? The Strix. Oh, that's water cooled. But that's overboard. I'm not going to take that. It's going to be the best system, but not the best waste your money system. Although it is wasting your money if you build it now, trust me. But Let's assume nothing new's coming out. Game rocks, so that's quite nice. Palette. Not really. Okay, I'm gonna go for gigabytes, maybe? No, gigabytes. No. EVGA, Corsair. They don't make graphics cards, but this list is weird. Asus. We already looked at this. Nope. It's not AMD. Help me out here, help me out here. What should I choose? MSI Gaming Extruder. That looks good. That looks good, that looks good. That's got RGB. Zotac. No, Zotac doesn't have the RGB, right? No, it doesn't. Okay, we're gonna go for Gaming Extruder from MSI. In fact, we're gonna go for this. What are the clocks? This one's higher clocked, so let's go for that one. So we add that. 3090 Ti from MSI Supreme X. So this system is asking for 700 watts. So to be safe, we're going to look for a 1000 watt or higher power supply. So 180 plus titanium, make it over 1000 watts. Fully modular. Don't need fanless. Yeah, so this gives us there's Corsair as well. Alright, so we've got the 80 plus titanium from Corsair. That'll be quite nice. Yeah, let's put that in. You got all these really great parts. Let's not skimp on the PSU. So in summary, best PC that you can build: single graphics card, a decent amount of RAM, like more than enough, but not overkill, like 128 gigabytes. Not Threadripper or any sort of workstation CPU, but like consumer grade parts. So we've got the Ryzen 7 3800X3D. We've got water cooling on top of that, 420, I think it is, millimeter from Corsair. The motherboard is the Asus ROG Crosshair 8 Dark Hero. Lovely motherboard. Corsair Dominator Platinum RAM, so 32 gigabytes. That's enough. 4000 megahertz CL16. That's very fast. Samsung 980 Pro 2 terabyte NVMe. Perfect to start with. You can add as many as you want, as long as the motherboard takes them. I think this one takes 4, but just double check. MSI GeForce RTX 3090 Ti 24 gigabytes Supreme X video card. That's a mouthful. That video card is currently the best one you can buy right now. Corsair ISU 7000X RGB ATX full tower case. So that'll just absorb all these parts very easily. Enough space for the water cooler and yeah, the graphics card as well. And then the Corsair AX1600i 1600 watts 80 plus titanium fully modular ATX power supply. So that will power all of these parts very, very easily and efficiently. And yeah, don't build this. Please don't build this PC. Not now. It'll be obsolete in a couple of months. At least in terms of being top of the range, it definitely won't be. But yeah, if there wasn't anything new coming out, this would be the best thing to build right now. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment below on what you think is the best PC that you can build right now for gaming. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll check you on the next one.